that monster?
Participating in the Bard and Dancer Benefits event offers a multitude of rewards that can greatly enhance your gameplay experience. However, prior to transitioning to the Bard profession solely for the rewards, it's imperative to meticulously document all your presets. This encompasses statistical presets, skills presets, and various core presets. Furthermore, it becomes necessary to divest yourself of all equipment, including the Virus Core, to avert potential glitches or item losses. Should concerns arise about omitting any crucial steps, rest assured that the job changer mechanism will prompt you regarding any other prerequisites essential for executing the job change. This encompasses aspects like party affiliation, mounts, and the associated mount class. Additionally, sigils must also be removed as part of this preparatory phase. With these preparatory actions successfully completed, the transition to the Bard profession can now be initiated. As a Bard, you are poised to become an effective buffer and formidable damage dealer. Yet, prior to indulging in these new roles, do not overlook the significance of claiming the benefits, particularly for players who intend to revert to their original job. The role of a Bard extends beyond mere buffing, as it also encompasses the provision of debuffs on adversaries. This is notably achieved through ensemble skills, which possess a distinct efficacy in enhancing engagements such as PvP or wars. Progressing to the allocation of skills, Archer skills exhibit a blend of attacking capabilities and noteworthy passive attributes. Upon delving into the Bard's skill repertoire, the skill selection hinges on the role you aspire to fulfill. The Bard can excel as a full-fledged support figure, a damage-inflicting presence, or a specialist in ensemble debuffing. Notably, many minstrel skills necessitate prerequisite skills obtained within the Bard skill tree. Minstrel skills bring forth several advantageous skills. For instance, the experience multiplier skill is invaluable for efficient grinding, as it augments the experience accrued by both you and your nearby teammates. The Siegfried the Undead God skill assumes significance by rendering resistance against detrimental status effects. This proves invaluable during the fervent battles of War of Imperium, especially for defenders whose castle defenses can be easily compromised by incapacitating status effects. An additional ensemble skill, Battle Theme, confers a substantial boost to both damage output and defensive capabilities for you and your allies. The Lullaby skill presents a sleeping debuff, effectively incapacitating anyone within your proximity. Finally, the pinnacle of ensemble skills, Loki's Lament, offers exceptional defensive prowess during the War of Imperium, particularly when positioned strategically to obstruct the adversary's ability to impose status effects. These ensembles demand a seamless collaboration between bards and dancers, although Ragnarok Origin has ingeniously incorporated the possibility of a solo caster by investing skill points in the puppet dance skill. This puppet mirrors your actions, culminating in a double damage output during its duration. Notably, any ensemble skill can be cast without necessitating a partner of the opposite sex, a unique facet of Ragnarok Origin. Further enhancing your skill set, the ensemble skill Eternal Chaos diminishes enemy defenses within your range, while the Nibelungen's Ring skill augments elemental damage for both you and nearby teammates. Regrettably, the impact of the latter skill dissipates upon the end of the ensemble, a deviation from solo performance skills which can be extended through the Encore skill for prolonged efficacy. It's Dame of Sentinel. Let's now put some of the attack skills to the test and observe their performance in action. For instance, when we employ the Arrow Vulcan skill, an immediate observation is the noticeable cooldown period, which somewhat holds us back. In terms of damage output, it should ideally be substantial, although my current build retains its tankiness from my previous role as a Paladin. Furthermore, the stats have been reset to a base of 0, which accounts for the relatively low damage figures. Moreover, we also have Music Mastery, a passive skill that not only amplifies damage but also concurrently reduces the cooldown time. Additionally, we can examine Instrument Attack, which boasts a shorter cooldown duration albeit delivering less impactful damage. Now, let's put these skills into practical use to discern the disparities. Upon employing the Instrument Attack, the damage output proves reasonable. However, when combined with the maximized Music Mastery, our Arrow Vulcan exhibits a substantial boost. The disparity from earlier becomes significantly evident. Consequently, the synergy between these two skills is quite effective. Transitioning to a consideration of normal attacks, while their potency is unquestionably lower than that of skill attacks, augmenting certain stats can notably enhance their speed. Indeed, with the appropriate equipment and upgraded stats, it is plausible that Arrow Vulcan in tandem with improved normal attacks might surpass the effectiveness of Instrument Attack paired with Arrow Vulcan. There's actually a wealth of depth to explore, although I must admit that my exploration thus far has been limited. Upon further exploration, I discovered an impressive skill that yields significant area of effect, AoE, damage, fantasy music. This skill mandates the accumulation of a stack of 5 buffs from normal attacks, enabling the release of a powerful fiery attack. Continuing onward, there's a skill that particularly resonates with me, Song of Lutie. Functioning akin to a sanctuary, this healing skill's restorative efficacy varies based on the Bard's stats. As a Paladin who tends to lean towards a tanky playstyle, partnering with a Bard possessing such healing capabilities brings about great satisfaction. However, it's important to acknowledge that the title of pure support primarily belongs to the priest class. And that concludes our exploration for now. I hope you've enjoyed this presentation, and I kindly urge you to show your appreciation by hitting the like button and subscribing if you haven't already done so. Once again, thank you for your viewership, and stay tuned for more forthcoming videos.